I welcome you all. I am Dr. Bukhari. In this today's lecture, we will go through the introduction to data science. Remember that in this lecture, the requirement is that how data science work, what is its application. So it is introductory lecture. You should not expect that after this lecture you will apply the direct. Yes, you will have an idea where you can apply and what tools and techniques you must have to implement it in the future. The objective is to prepare the graduate students or college going students to implement the new technology in the coming lectures of data sciences. The objective are to apprehend the field of data science, its impact and its importance in the society. When you will have its idea, its knowledge of data science, where it is applied in a society, definitely you will get a confidence to build and adopt as a career and reflect on its application, importance and advantages. And after learning the data science field, definitely you will apply its application, its importance and advantages. These are the objective of today's lecture. Now, from the data science, different words come in our mind that why it is science, why we should study it, and what's its important for our organizations, and then where are its application and what is advantages in the organizations and its effect on our society in terms of its importance. And then final question that come in our mind is that how we become a data science. Now, it is the main objective of today's that prepare a mindset for the data science field. If we see that from this figure that many people are doing different jobs and using laptops, computers on the grounds, now all these are working on the data. We can see that. Now, the universe is growing, then definitely the data is also growing. And now, the data science, we can see that about 28% its growth rates we can see annually in data science, and data analysis is the 5.7 field growth rates. Now, what is the data science? What is the data analysis? We will all study. But what is keep in mind that these growths, the requirements of the data science and data scientists are gradually and particularly in this era of COVID is exponentially increasing. Very good words by the Hector Garcia. He said that the data science is a new term, but it is the same sense as Columbus discovered new continent 1,000 years ago. Now you can see that 1,000 years ago when Columbus discovered, then definitely on the basis of discovery, we got a lot of advantages. Similarly, it is a new discovery of data science and its advantages will go thousands of years end, not starting from now onwards. When we say the data science, it means that it is a combination of different beautiful terms, beautiful fields, beautiful factors a multidisciplinary field that is used scientific methods, process algorithms, and extract knowledge from the structured and unstructured data. Remember that unstructured data that you have seen generally from the websites, that is all data coming in numericals, it may be pictorial data and so on. And structures are definitely in terms of you have Excel's data and you may have some others, HTML's data. These are the structures data. Now, for the data science, we have to combine all these scientific fields to see its beauty. You have to work with visualization of data. It may be in term of pictorial, it may be in form of some statistical table, and you have to apply the scientific methods to get some result for that. And then you may have some strategic statistical modeling. Based on that, we will build it, and then we have some computing and data technology is used to get, extract, visualize, and all these things. And then you have to research it to see its trend, how it is work, and data consulting. You have to consultancies also in the field of data science and real world application. All these things will help us to solve the real world application. Now these beautiful terms that we will see, the methods we will study in a coming lectures one by one. But here it is just the basic or general idea of data science. Remember that when we say data science, for this concept, we must combine the statistical terms, and we have to analyze the data. We have to apply the machine learning algorithm, and in order to analyze and to actual phenomena. And from the figure, we can see that if we want to become data science, then you must have knowledge of computer science. You must have of mathematics and statistics, and you must have some knowledge of business knowledge. And then we apply this data science here with the help of machine learning, with the help of industrial research and some software. Now, implies techniques and theories drawn from many fields within the context of mathematical, statistics, and computer science and information sciences. Now, these all fields we combine together to get a scientist that is called data science. Now, from here you have to search it out in which field you are weak, you want to make strong, and you have to get the knowledge for that, so that these triangular fields enhance your capability in terms of data scientist. Now, data scientist is one who know more than about programming. It's a general thinking said by some mathematician. A data scientist is someone who know more about programming than a statistician. That is a computer programming, you must know more than statistician, although statistics knowledge can be compromised. And then statistics more than the software engineer. Don't worry, it does not mean that you all go for this. It is just the sentence in terms of its importance of data science. Now, for these statistics, we have different programs, we have different software that will help to get the results. Just to know about the basics of that what are the results, so that you can interpret it. And toward the programming, definitely in R and Python that I will introduce after that, we will have already different packages, and you have to call it and you have to execute the command what you require. But the thing is that more programming and more statistical knowledge you have, the more powerful data scientist we can build. And data science will be able to run with the data science project from end to end. They store clean and large amount of data. Now the work of data science start from after getting the data, that you have to store it and clean the large amount of data. So you may have some irrelevant data for these terms, or you may have some missing data, you may have some inappropriate data. You have to clean it and make it according to your pattern, explore it, and then identify potential, and we see that which kind of data we required, and then for the predictive models, and then we have to find out finding. That is the basic steps. For that we have to start it here. And one important thing we can see that the data from in the world in 2020, you can see about it is a 40 zeta volume. It is a capacity that the using increasing the data volume gradually year by year. You can see now these data. Who will evaluate these data? Definitely you as a data scientist in the coming years. But remember that it is a time-taking process. Don't compel yourself that in a one day or in a 1 week. Yes, at least it may take you 6 to 1 years to become a data scientist. But first thinking is that you build the concept that yes, you have to convince yourself that you have some interest in this field, and you know the basics, and you want to learn all these things. Now you can see that in a data science here, first thing is you have to analyze, learn the analytical skills here, and then you have to become a data scientist. In analytical skills, we can see that for business administration, and you have to explore these data. And for data science, you will see that you need additional skills that are the machine learning and advanced algorithms. Now, these machine learnings and advanced algorithms in this era, it is not difficult, very difficult. It's easy. It's not like C++ and you have to write it long algorithms and program. You have to just call it these packages and this program that the scientist made for you, and you have to execute the work you have. And then it will go toward the product engineering, that is the results of data scientists in the industry. And here you can see that there are different questions you must have for to become a data science. You must have a capability of asking good question and make it actionable. And you have a data, and how you will make it execute in the term of marketing, and you know about its customer, and define matrices, and non-technical audience, and different statistical packages, basic and advanced mathematics, experimental design. These are the statistical tools. You can see that it means that data analysis is a combination of marketing knowledge and then statistical knowledge, and then hacking and cracking. In hacking, you must have a knowledge of SQL, and then how you prepare the data, and is it the correct data, and about its ethics, and then you have to prediction on all these things. Now, application where we use the data science is that it is in a statistics. Now we will find out the data scientist working in a different field. Some are working in a data science field, some are using in a big data analytics, some are using in business analytics, and some in business intelligence. In business intelligence, definitely you have to use more statistical terms, and in terms of machine learnings, and then you have to apply data management, that how you the data stores and how you recall it, this data, and about its visualization, about machine learnings, data minings, and artificial intelligence and predictive modeling. These all are fields where you have to implement your data science knowledge. But remember that you does not go all these things. You have to specify the directions, and these directions will help you to find your goal. But the knowledge will be definitely the basic knowledge of all these things will help you to build a good personality in the field of data science. Now, data science or big data science tools are, you can see, as the business is emerging, and due to COVID, the data science shifted toward the e-commerce, and we will find the data on Facebook, Amazon, Google, LinkedIn, Netflix, Rustica, and Microsoft. Now you have to imply different tools here. For example, in Amazon, if you order it and they will provide you some order, and they need to know about its strength, that how about the customer needs, and they have to evaluate it. And the same pattern we have to find about get the help with the help of Facebook. Now these are actually the commercial usage, and where we will get the uh, advantage of the business, that how we can apply it as a big data science. Now these are the very good fields where people work. Some work as a data science, some work as a data engineer, and some work in data visualization, and some are the process owners. Now a little bit there are difference in their capabilities. Almost few are same, but here we can see that it is the here we have knowledge of some hypothesis testing, that the basic that in over lecture I have already introduced it from the hypothesis lecture, and you can see it in my in YouTube channel. And then you have to how you get the the data, and about data wrangling, that it is coming in next lectures, that how you collect the data, how you clean it, how you interpret it, that almost you will see that 80% work uh, is required in data wrangling, and algorithm and machine learning, and then communications. Here in data engineering, there are the main software are involved, that the work on software. We have to drive the different platforms through which we work for the data, and these are the operational algorithms and machine learning and data integration. And visualization, you must know the storytelling, and that is the explanation of the visualization, that how you can find out how the trend is going, how periodic pattern are identified, and what's its visualization, and then you have to interpret it through its insights. And the process owner, that is a manager, they just want to know about all these things about the vision and the facilities. Now, a question will come after that, that how we can become a data science. Yes, you can become a data science if you know you have a knowledge of the languages Python, R, and these are the tools and techniques. We can say that Python, R, and Julia, high level, and Java, and then Scale and C++. Now, if you know these language or you want to learn, then definitely these languages will help you to reach your goal, that is the data science. Other languages, we can see that they can help you for these R, besides R, are the Python, C++, and for some you can see that languages are for developers. If you want to become developers, then Jupyter's and Visual Studio you have to work. If you want to work in a machine learning, then we have different networks like a Max network here. And then if we want to interpret and visualization, then we have to SQL here, and data for integrating tools, then you have again SQL here. And you can see that it is depending upon the requirement actually. So don't worry that you have to learn all these things, not at all. We will start in the coming lectures through R and Python, and we will go gradually from the understanding. Almost all these programming languages are very similar, but little bit are different. But the basic knowledge you must have of basics mathematics and statistics to go through these. Now, these libraries are available in Python and R. When we call it library, it is just like a calculator, and you call these calculator like NumPy and pandas and then scikits. And from these libraries, from this calculator, soft calculators, who can say in a Python, we can perform a different works. We can say that we can do the multiple dimensional array and matrices to have a high-level mathematical function to operate these arrays. NumPy is that the numerical calculations, all this data you will go for that. And then here we will have a scikit. Here we have a regressions, classifications, techniques available. We call it scikit, and then definitely we will go through these all works in our coming lectures about the vector regression and then random forest and gradient boosting and k-mean clustering, and with the help of this. And pandas, you can see that in pandas library we will have a data structure and operator, that is in terms of tables and time series analysis. In matplot library, that is actually plotting library, we call this matplot, and if we want to draw the graph, this matplot will help. There is no complicated programming, just we call it and then we apply it in NumPy. And then TensorFlow is a actually open software that will help us to machine learning application, particularly for neural networks. And then Keras is again a neural source of neural network library, and where we will apply it as according to our requirement if machine learning is required for that. And Jupyter, we can say that it allow and share documents and code for visualization and narrative text here. And Jupyter Notebook CO, we can see that it is also help to share the and collaboration, and Crystal is GPU enabled Jupyter environment. These all are the tools that we can use as for the data science. Now, if we find in a society, if one person is data science, generally we will see that we can say that generally that 30% are female and 70% are male in our society. And for data science in our society, they have generally two languages, one foreign languages and one language with its own. And its own experience, professional experience is 2 years, and then working in some industry they are doing about 2.5 years more, about 4.5 years. And they have a skills, we can say that, about R and Python. These are the skills they must have. And if in terms of qualifications, you can see they generally have 75% are their doctors, of data scientists have PhD, and then 42 are the masters, we can say that. Now these are the, now if you want to become a data science, we can see that you must have a computer knowledge, science knowledge, and statistics and mathematics knowledge. You must have economics and social science knowledge little bit, and data science about you have the NLP and natural science about physics and chemistry basic knowledge, and some engineering knowledge. You all have must have for that. And where they are working here, we can say data science are working nowadays in technology about 40%, industry 30%, 37%, in finance 16%, in healthcare 5%. These are the utilization, and according to that, you can plan about your future, that for what industry you have to do what work, and which qualities you need it, and polish it accordingly. Now you can see that is a wonderful job in the 21st century as a data scientist. You can work it. And in terms of salary, if you can see that there's a 6-digit salary in the United States in 2019, but 6 digits means you must have a capability. Remember that. It's not just you know about basics and you become a data scientist. And in professional data scientist, as a professional, it will require 3 to 4 years for these all skills and to get enhanced and accordingly. And in some other countries, again, that the 6-digit salary you can find out. We will have it. Now, for the data science, you must have a deep learning knowledge as well, for machine learning knowledge as well, and how to apply its application as well in our sector. And its application, we can see that to track someone from the Facebook or some other terrorist, we can implement the data science or machine learning in sports to search and scanning that the person and its performance. We can implement it again in banking and finance. There are different fields we can apply it, where we invest in a bank and equity, and also about its lending, that if you provide a loan on interest. These are an insurance. These are the trends, and its pattern are hidden in a data, and different banks and finance will definitely need you if you build your capabilities. And internet search, you can see that when you search on internet, now the different data is stored in a Google, and it will bring you according to your requirement. And again, some data science is working here, and some business is doing here. And in advertisement, you will see that which advertisement, how you will give advertisement, what are the ratio pattern, the people more concentrate on that. It is again another study of the data science. And then recommended systems, that for someone you plan that how you advertise it. Or for example, if some YouTube, after a single YouTube, what should be the next YouTube which the customer want to see? So there are different things we can say that here. And another very important thing that is coming toward the image processing and the deep learning, that you can in a security systems, you can track the uh, vehicles, cars going on a different places. Here you can see that. And you can identify each person's and their securities for that. And speech recognition, from voice to that audio, and recognize the person, and then it translate it in the form of text. These all are the application of data science. And gaming, that is a 20th century. The people like to play it, from the gaming building to enjoying the games. All these are the data that we will play, that we will see. It's the people likeness, dislikeness, and requirement, deficiency, and building up for that. And you will find on a website, different website, they will compare even their air tickets, their different prices, and in comparison on the basics, different data science is working here. And airline routes, we can say that, see, from one place to another, that connections are actually, there are the different mathematics and statistics working. And again, in fraud and risk detection, from the investment, from the banks, from the spy point of view, we see the trends, we identify some unfamiliar pattern, odd pattern from the data, and we diagnose it. These all are the application of the data science. And logistic delivery, where we have to how pattern and delivery, you can see that these are the again application of data science. And we can see nowadays that different companies, just when you order some items, they just provide it within hours. Why? Because they have the knowledge of the requirement of the uh, thing in our city or in a country. And on the basis of that, the Internet of Things, different devices are connected throughout with each other, and that data is communicating. And through these sensor and communications, we will have a lot of data, and it is applied to know the people's likeness, dislikeness. And in the COVID, particularly, this healthcare has been investment on healthcare has increased, and we have a different X-rays of chest and others, and we have to diagnose it. These are the actually data. When we transform it, and then we want to know either the person or the X-ray is diagnosation, either it's suffering from that disease or not, on the basis of data science. And in reality, you can see that we have some pictures, and from the data science, we can just even build about the same type of picture, or it can improve it, augment it. And self-driving car is another example, where the data scientist, with the help of sensors that is coming installed on different places, we have to reach on our destination. Definitely, it's a constraint optimization in terms of mathematics and statistics, but again, the data science is working here, we can say that. In robots is a machine that talk to you and obey, definitely. Data science is again here. And different, we can say that in saving energy, in censoring, and utilizing our different powers, energy, in hospitals, the different data, which will help not only doctors, but also in diagnosis, that is a smart hospital systems, and environment cleaning that help us. These are the actual data which will help us that how we can clean it and what are the polluted environment here, what are the reason. These are the data which is coming so that we can clean the environment. And different organizations and volunteers are working for this data science. And definitely you have to contribute if you are interested in a data science. But remember that what you have to do for this professional work, you must have these capability here, that you must have the different artificial intelligence techniques, parameterization, analytics, and all these. You can see that the trends, you must study it so that you can apply it accordingly. So data science help a brand to understand their customer in such a manner, an enhanced manner. It allows brands to communicate their stories and not only expand their brands, but they will also study about it, that how you can use it. And in healthcare, education, and it's no field left where data science is not working. And you can see if you want to go become a data science, no road or not straight, but different qualities you have to learn it at each point so that you can reach your destinations. At each day, you have to learn something at each day. And then these quality will embedded in your personality, and one day you will see that you become a data science. Now, how it will become the real story, it is that you can see that these are the skills you have to know, need for that. These are the mathematics and statistics skills. You can see that here. In machine learning, statistical model, in experimental design, Bayesian inference, supervised and unsupervised learning, optimizations, and then we may have here, we may have programming and data science skills like Python, R, SQL, NoSQL, and then MapReduce, Hadoop to deal big data, custom reducers, and then we can see that communication and visualization skills. If you have some skills, if you have to enhance it, storytelling, engagement, and translate data driving, and last is that is a soft skill. It is a very important. We can say that if you have this skill, soft skill, you can succeed. Then you must have a passion. You must have a curious or influential. You have a, and you have a hacker mind, that you know the problem and all these things, that how you have to do it, and strategic, creative, innovative, and these skills. If you have it, these build, you can build all these skills, then you will become a modern data science. And it's the last slide here. I have taken this table from for my upcoming lectures, one by one. It may take 1 or 2 lectures on each. Now these skills you have to build it with the help of R and Python. Now in the coming lectures, if you are interested, just subscribe this channel so that I can develop these lectures for you. It's the latest book from where I have taken these topics, table of contents, latest books from 2021 of the data science, that these things are required for the data science. Now what are these? Introduction, you already have gone through these a crash course of Python and R, and about visualization, linear algebra, statistics, probability, hypothesis, and inference, gradient descent, and then how getting data, how you will work it, and working with data, machine learning, nearest neighborhood, and neighbor-based, simple linear, and regression, logistic, and then coming toward the neural network and deep learning, and cluster analysis, NLP, and network analysis, SQL, map reduce, data ethics, and so on. These are the basic things that you must have all these things. Now, these are the tools and techniques. Tools will be definitely R and Python. These will be techniques and different programs through which we will go through. So almost we will have a 30 to 40 lecture next, hopefully, depending upon your interest. And hopefully in the next lecture we will come to the visualization data with R and Python so that we can start it. Thank you very much for your patience. I hope that you like this video.